10 grand for bad-mouthing the officials after that crushing 3-overtime loss to Stanford. In the swan song for the crumbling Husky Stadium, it was the Ducks who sang loud and proud after thumping the Huskies for the 8th straight time. Now the Ducks look like they're getting their rhythm and can now look forward to the most anticipated game of the season. Dirk Weishar has more from Seattle.
In the final game here at Old Husky Stadium, the Duck defense played perhaps its best game of the season, holding the Huskies to just 278 total offensive yards, 82 of that on the ground. The Oregon pass defense was especially good. 6 sacks and 2 interceptions, both by Eddie Pleasant.
Main focus was, just help the team win, and those 2 interceptions, got us in good field position and our offense capitalized.
They played outstanding today. They stuffed the run. I mean, we stuffed the run sometimes. We're playing with the 3-man front. To get 6 sacks.
People don't believe that we got a defense here, but our defense works hard every day. They're improving every day. And all they can do is shock them when they come out. They just shocking every team that don't think they're going to come out with the defense. Maybe because other team put up a lot of yardage, but our team don't let other people score, so that's a good thing.
Now the Ducks will focus their attention on number 4 Stanford, the only conference team head coach Chip Kelly has lost to in his tenure at Oregon. It will also be the last time the Ducks will face Heisman Trophy candidate Andrew Luck. Defensive coordinator Nick Aliotti said he's the best quarterback he's seen. Reporting from Husky Stadium in Seattle, I'm Dirk Weishar for Inside the Pac.
Big statement from Nick Aliotti there. Just 3 games remain, down on the farm, then back home with USC, and then the Civil War. As for the Cardinal, we caught up with head coach David Shaw on what he expects for Saturday.
They're going to try and get us in space and run their offense and do what they do. Chip Kelly's as good as anybody calling plays in college football as far as getting his players in the right positions. We've got to make sure that we're sound, make sure that we're gap conscious, and when we have a chance to tackle in the open field, we got to tackle. Offensively, we've got to take advantage of opportunities. We got to be able to run the ball, use our play action, and play our style of football.
Well, this is it. Finally here. We can talk about it now. Oregon v. Stanford. Who you got?
It's a pick-em game.
It is.
I'm going to take the Ducks going to the farm and stealing one.
Ooh, look at this.
I tell you, I think the speed is going to get to a Stanford.
Okay, all right.
Last 2 times they've met, the Ducks have fallen behind. They almost rallied in 09. The last time they lost the conference game, the only conference loss for Chip Kelly. In the last year, of course, he rallied from 21-3 down, but this one, 2 just dynamite second-half teams. Who's the more dynamite and potency in that second half Saturday? We shall see.
Well, a month ago, I would have said Stanford had the edge in this game, but after watching Oregon's defense against the Huskies, I believe now the Ducks have the mettle to kind of go in there.
It'd just be good to have the Pac-12 have a nice representative game of what kind of football is played, because everybody else, there's a whole scrap heap of teams in the Pac-12 that have been on national TV that have
kind
been good.
Tarnished the reputation just a touch. Well, now at 2-7, the Beavers' final 3 games are a little more than a jump start on 2012, as they are bowl ineligible for the 2nd straight season. Still to come on Inside the Pac, more from Reeser as O State's season has turned on several games that were right there for the taking, but were left on the table.
We got ready for this game. We did not take advantage of the opportunities, and obviously they are very good, and so they just stretched the thing out.
With the loss to Stanford, Oregon State dropped to 2-7 and has officially been eliminated from bowl game contention. The Beavers were in almost all their games this season, but just found ways to lose, and that happened yet again on Saturday against the Cardinal.
It was 13-17 at one point in the game. We had the ball, we had a chance to go down and score, and put some points on the board, go up, and give our team a lot of momentum. And I think we just, we kind of let our team down. Not finishing that drive.
Late in the 3rd quarter, maybe. Feel like it just started slipping away. I was trying to keep the guys up on the bench, let them know, there's still a lot of game left. We get a turnover here, get a turnover there. We're right back in it. So, it's just like I said, it's just one of those tough situations.
That's how Stanford's won games. Not all. Some of them they just absolutely just blow away. But they quietly go up by 20 in the second half or 30, and that's what they did to us.
We're just about to wrap up this edition of Inside the Pac. We'll finish it off when we come back. All right, guys, we saw it earlier in the Oregon State highlights. What is your take on this Jordan Poyer hit that changed the game in Corvallis? It's tough.
It is tough. You know, it's tough as a defensive guy to come in and make a tackle, and you know, he kind of lowers his head on the offense, and I just think he's caught in a bad spot.
It's just the way that the rules are written now, and you know, Mike Riley didn't really want to address it after the game, I think, for a little bit of fear of you don't want to say too much negative about the officiating or you're going to get fined. But visibly, he did not like that call, and anytime you see a big hit like this, you see a penalty. Understandably so, but you look back at the game with the Cougars and the Beavers, Locker had 2 great hits. They were both helmet-to-helmet contact calls too, and they're just trying to clean this up, college and the NFL.
Yeah, well, it's a game-tying touchdown. It's a tough deal for the Beavers because you're really trying to go in there and you're trying to dislodge the ball, and you see the guys talking about it in NFL games, like how do you do it without drawing a flag?
That's exactly right. And, you know, you just wonder how people are going to try to change this, how you're going to tackle as a defensive player.
Yeah.
And it's geared offensively to me.
Yeah. All right, finally, Dirk Weishar and myself were exposed to some Husky hospitality at the final game at Old Husky Stadium on Saturday. Mike Hobbin, whose son played for Washington, has the ultimate tailgate setup and some outrageously good tortilla soup. Thanks to Husky fans Dan and Theron Cooper for the invite, and to Scott Locker. Yes, that's Jake's dad. Jake is his son. He's there on the left. Thanks to all of them for having us there at their tailgate, proving once again that dogs and people from Oregon can get along, Kevin.
That's right. Yes, it does happen on occasion.
All right. Well, one final thought on Stanford, Oregon. Cardinal going to try to keep the ball away from the Ducks' offense, power the rock?
Going to have to try to condense the speed of them.
All right. Well, thanks to Kevin Leonard for joining us on Inside the Pac, and thank you at home for watching. Next week, the Beavers at Cal, the Ducks visit Stanford. So long, everybody.